Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're having an awesome day. Mike here from virtualrealityoasis.com, and today we're doing something a little different. So as you can see, I'm sitting here in a virtual cinema, which is in the latest update for the Bigscreen Beta. They literally just dropped an update the other day, and it now includes this awesome cinema. So you can invite all your buddies over to watch a movie, or as we're going to do, watch a trailer. So as you can see, I've got my buddy here, Paul, and he's going to be checking out this trailer with me today. And I thought it would be an awesome idea to check out the trailer for the upcoming film Ready Player One. As the movie is all about VR, what better place to check out the trailer than a virtual reality cinema with my buddy in virtual reality as well, right? So for those of you that don't know, you can pick up Bigscreen Beta for free. It is on the Oculus Store and it's also on Steam. So you can download it for free and check it out and play games on a screen in VR and share that with your friends. So we're going to check out the trailer for Ready Player One. Obviously, it's a film about virtual reality. An ordinary kid who spends his days in a trailer park known as the Stacks, kind of like trailers all stacked up against each other. And he goes into a virtual world called the Oasis. And he goes to school in the Oasis, and he eventually stumbles across this quest to find 3 keys. And then whoever takes control of the 3 keys eventually controls the Oasis. So it's going to be an awesome movie. It's directed by Steven Spielberg. The original story is by an awesome fella called Ernest Cline. So it's going to have loads of awesome movie references in, and it's going to have some 80s music and 80s movie references in as well. So I'm super hyped about the film. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch the trailer together, and then we'll probably have a little talk about it afterwards. So are you ready for this, Paul?
I certainly am.
Yeah,
Thumbs
man.
up.
Should we give a high five? Should we give a high
Let's
five?
do that too.
Let's do that. Yeah, man. Awesome. Okay, guys. So let's dive in.
2045, there's nowhere left to go. Nowhere except the Oasis. I was born in 2025. But I wish I'd grown up in the 1980s. Like all my heroes. I live here in Columbus, Ohio. In 2045, it's still ranked the fastest growing city on Earth. But it sure doesn't seem like it when you live in the Stacks. They called our generation the missing millions. Missing not because we went anywhere. There's nowhere left to go. Nowhere except the Oasis. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. A world where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
So awesome. So that was the trailer. So what do you think, dude?
It looks incredible. Having only got my virtual reality headset this week, I can imagine a future that is a bit dystopian like that,
Yeah.
and the appeal of the adventure in VR. So it will be great to watch when it
Yeah.
comes out.
And that's the funny thing, right? So, Paul, you got your headset what, like a week ago? Oh, sorry, I was like
Saturday.
high five.
Yeah,
So
hold my hand. Nice.
as well, you're getting comfy, I thought, well,
Yeah,
relax.
this has been recorded, by the
Yeah,
way. We'll do that after.
yeah, we'll cut this bit out. We'll cut this bit out.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is all quite new to you, isn't it? And we was having a chat just before we started up the trailer and started recording, and it's just amazing, isn't it, when you experience something like this for the first time? And like I said to Paul, it's very difficult to portray how awesome doing something like this is, as simple as it seems. But it's so difficult to portray how cool it is on like a YouTube video or something like that. You really have to experience it to really feel it. And I think you said actually, like, you quickly forget where you are. Your mind is sort of saying you could quite happily be in a cinema and just chilling out watching a film with a buddy. It feels that natural, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're absolutely right, it does feel really natural, and the sound is coming out of one ear, my left ear, so it's as though you're sitting next to me.
Yeah.
It's, like you said, this dimensional. It's kind of a warm space that I'm sitting in anyway, and I'm in a chair that's quite comfy, and I look next to me and I see a quite a comfy chair.
Yeah.
See a big screen. My brain is totally at home.
Yeah.
At the cinema here, I just need some virtual popcorn to
Exactly. Yeah.
knock back, and I'll be away.
So with Ready Player One, have you read the book or listened to the audiobook, or do you know much about the story or anything like that?
I don't know very much about the story
Okay.
at all. Your intro actually gave some of it away for me. So.
Okay. So like I've read the book and listened to the audiobook a couple of times, and obviously with it being about this virtual reality space, it was super interesting for me. And when I decided to start up the YouTube channel, obviously I named it after the Oasis itself, because it was like, I just loved the idea of it. So it heavily inspired me to get involved with virtual reality and also start making videos. So that's kind of why I named the channel after it. But yeah, it's an awesome story, and I'm super excited to share it with all my buddies and organize a proper cinema day to go and see it. But I don't know if you've noticed, but there's so many movie references in the trailer. You've obviously got the DeLorean from Back to the Future. You've got loads of iconic video game characters like Duke Nukem, Lara Croft in there. They're really difficult to spot, but when you kind of like freeze frame it clip by clip, you can kind of spot them. It's got Freddy Krueger in there. It's got Mad Max's car. It's got the A-Team van. It's got so many movie references in there, and one of the main characters, his car is obviously the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and in the book, it's actually a DeLorean from Back to the Future with a Ghostbusters logo on the side. So I haven't seen that yet, but we never know. Maybe it'll get there eventually. So yeah,
I'm sure there's some licensing on that.
Exactly.
Hopefully they'll be true to the book.
Exactly. It must have been a licensing nightmare, but with Steven Spielberg on board, he's the man to get it done. So also, I don't know if you noticed, but the soundtrack is actually like the soundtrack from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That Bit of Your Imagination song. I can't imagine, a Figment of Your Imagination, I think it might be called, but it's actually like a slowed down version of that. So it's another sort of reference to another movie, which is really, really cool.
That is really cool. So you must be quite excited then for this to be made on a big screen, and at the time that VR is kind of coming into being as well.
Exactly, yeah, and especially like over the last couple of weeks with the price drop of the Rift, because that's when you picked it up, right, in the price drop.
Yes.
It got a lot more people on board, and so I'm super excited that I've seen this kind of boom in the Reddit, on the Facebook group, on the official Oculus forums. There's been a real boom of new members, which is fantastic. So it's awesome that we're getting new people on board. I think the actual film itself is a little bit sponsored by HTC Vive. But like
Okay.
I'm not sort of like an Oculus fanboy or anything like that. I think any VR, whether it be Vive, Oculus, PSVR, Gear VR, I think
Cardboard. Yeah.
yeah, I think whatever it is, it helps the industry grow. So I'm excited either way. But yeah, it's going to be a super exciting time next year. I think 2018 will be the year for VR where it starts to go a bit more mainstream. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
an exciting time to be involved in this growing industry, definitely.
And do you think the big screen will do justice to the book and the audio book? It's something you obviously.
I hope so. I hope so. I think the trailer. I was very skeptical at first, like because it's difficult to imagine how they would portray a lot of the stuff from the book in the film, and a lot of it was to
Yep.
do with licenses. But having seen the trailer and all the different characters that are in the trailer, it seems like they've kind of they must have got everyone on board to make this movie, and so the industry must know how important this is.
Yeah.
And yeah, the original story by Ernest Cline is just so awesome, and it is like a modern day sort of no one to hero story, who a kid who has nothing is kind of pushed into the limelight to become a hero and take control of something that is so important to everyone's lives. And he's fighting against a corporation that wants to take it over for themselves to monetize it, basically. So yeah, I find the whole concept of it fascinating, and yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I didn't really have much experience with VR previously. I obviously haven't read the book or listened to the audiobook or even heard people talk about it before. But seeing the trailer, being able to do this has definitely made me excited, and it is something that we'll try and read in the next few
Oh,
weeks.
definitely, mate. I couldn't recommend it enough. And it's actually, I think it's number one on Amazon's top. It's number one book on Amazon at the
Cool.
moment. Yeah. So the trailer has
Yeah.
obviously pushed a lot of hype for it.
Prompted everybody. Yeah, good.
Exactly. So I'm probably going to wrap the video up there, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to my buddy Paul for joining me. Thanks, dude.
You're very
Another high
welcome.
five,
Thank you for
virtual high
having
five. So
Love it.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.